What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now today, I'm going to be showcasing some beautiful gameplay. Probably one of my favorite Call of Duty games actually ever made in the history of this franchise, Call of Duty World at War. This game is just a complete, utter masterpiece. For the same purposes as I love and adore, and I think a lot of the community adores Battlefield 1, are the same reasons for this game as well. That atmosphere and the environment, and the way they portrayed the horrors of World War II. I mean, just the soundtrack alone and the main menu is horrifying. The overall whole experience is just phenomenal. But ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be taking a little bit of a break from Battlefield commentaries, even though I know you guys are absolutely eating those up. I know people just really enjoy hearing people rant about Battlefield 2042 right now. I think we can all share the same passion for that game at the moment. But some serious news has come up for the whole Call of Duty franchise, and I'm just going to go ahead and pile it all into one video. I don't really want to separate any of this stuff. I think it all kind of, gives the same exact point of where this whole franchise is sadly heading. Now, I forget how long ago it was when I made this video, but I was talking about how I thought Infinity Ward probably had the best advantages when it came to making Call of Duty titles. Now, Activision always favored them over the other two teams, Sledgehammer Games and Treyarch, who always have to come and pick up the slack of other teams and, come in with half-assed projects that aren't complete and have to, pick up the scraps, while Infinity Ward always gets their full cycle, their full 3, 4, whatever year cycle that they get to develop their game with no interruptions. And even though Infinity Ward is my favorite development team out of all three, I still think it's unfair to not give an even advantage to each team who works on their own projects. Let's be honest here, if Treyarch had the actual time to focus on a game that they want to make instead of having to be the test dummies for Black Ops 4 to test out Battle Royales and no campaign storyline Call of Duty titles, and also Black Ops Cold War, which was originally Sledgehammer's project, but they got cut off the development cycle and then Treyarch had to forget about their game they were making and come help out with that one. They never get their full cycle. It's unfair. They will probably be able to make a game just as popular as Modern Warfare 2019 was, if they had the time to do so. And for those who don't know, apparently in 2023, there's going to be a Black Ops 2 coming out, which will be really badass, let's be honest here. Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 2 are probably two of the best performing Call of Duty games ever made, and two of the most iconic games ever made as well. If they make a Black Ops 2 and, pull the same marketing strategy that they did with Modern Warfare 2019 and pull the nostalgia strings, it's going to blow up and make them so much money. But will the developers have enough time to actually be able to put an effort to make sure the game is good and not just the advertisement for the game? But back to what I was saying. Apparently, I was completely wrong, because Infinity Ward, even though I thought they had a lot of time to develop these games, are apparently struggling just as much as every other development team. Now, over on Twitter, a guy that goes by the name of Ralph, who is also a very reliable leaker that revolves around Call of Duty, went ahead and put out a post saying, former Infinity Ward employee comments on perspective of Call of Duty 2022 and gripes against management. It should be a big year for Infinity Ward, but after this next title, I don't see COD doing well in general. Now, to me personally, I think that's kind of strange because Infinity Ward has been on fire. Again, I don't really care for Modern Warfare 2019, but regardless of my opinion, the game absolutely blew up with sales and was extremely popular across the board. A lot of people love that game. They seem to know what they're doing. And I'm pretty positive that Activision made these adjustments and forced Sledgehammer Games to put out another World War II shooter, because think about it, why would they put out another World War II shooter when they just had one? Sledgehammer Games literally just made Call of Duty World War II, and they thought it was a good idea to make another classic game? The community already expressed their hate enough about that topic multiple times over social media, and also just looking at, how Battlefield 1 over to Battlefield 5 handled, it wasn't that great either, because a lot of people were tired after Battlefield 1 and they wanted a modern day game, and then we went from World War 1 to World War II for another 3 years. Nobody was really happy with that. So to be honest, I'm 99.9% positive they did this on purpose. Activision isn't dumb. Every decision they do is revolved around money. They know the Call of Duty franchise is going through a little bit of a drought right now, so why not just put out a really lackluster, basic Call of Duty game, because that's what Vanguard is. It's literally Modern Warfare, but polished off with a World War II vibe. They definitely did their fair share of changes and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, I would consider it a reskin. It could easily pass off as DLC to Modern Warfare, or World War II DLC. I could easily see that, which is completely unlike Sledgehammer, because Sledgehammer always makes the most crazy Call of Duty games, right? They made Advanced Warfare, which was just out of this world, one of the most controversial Call of Duty games out there. They made World War II, which was also its own vibe. Felt like no other Call of Duty game I've played. It felt like a Sledgehammer Games. It felt like Sledgehammer finally established their own feelings in a Call of Duty game, because every development team has that. Infinity Ward has a more tactical approach. Treyarch always has a more arcadey, fast-paced approach. And World War II introduced Sledgehammer's own personal approach. And then Vanguard comes out, and it's like the safest possible route they could have taken. That's a mix of Black Ops Cold War and Modern Warfare. Yeah, no. Activision did this on purpose because they knew for a fact that everybody wants modern day, so why not dumb down the hype a little bit with a World War II game and then completely explode the world with Modern Warfare 2? Because we all know the first Modern Warfare 2 was one of the biggest things in history, so they're going to try to mimic that exact same launch. I guarantee it. Just watch how they're going to advertise this game. I guarantee they're going to be pulling all the nostalgia strings 110%. And they wouldn't be able to do this if Sledgehammer Games released a near-futuristic game, or if they released, a modern day game, because any one of those titles would inflict with Black Ops 2, which is coming out in 2023, and Modern Warfare 2, which is coming out in 2022. You get what I'm saying here? Because if Sledgehammer Games made a modern day game instead of, Vanguard, then Modern Warfare 2 coming out in 2022, everybody will say, well, we just played a modern day game. I don't know if I want to play that again right now. Or if they made, like I said, near futuristic, and then Black Ops 2 comes out a year later, everybody's going to say, well, we just played near future. I don't know if I want to play that right now. A World War II game was definitely the easiest path for Activision to take, to start, stirring up the pot for the hype. And now thinking of this whole situation with that knowledge, it's starting to make me think, is Infinity Ward truly the ones who want to make, Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2 again? Or is it Activision forcing them to make Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2 again? If you could actually go ahead and look at your screen again, Ralph actually posted this image along with this tweet of what the Infinity Ward developer has said. He went ahead and said, "I love the team at Infinity Ward, but I do hate how they manage people. They like to use and abuse people. Lots of talented individuals are part of the team, and some departments will be breaking up after this game. So keep that in mind. It should be a big year for Infinity Ward. But after this next title, I don't see COD doing well in general. Crunch, pay, and the work environment need some scrutiny, always pulling long hours just to make the deadline for those oversee us. I imagine a lot of the people there right now are hoping for the recent acquisitions to shake things up. That's the curveball, which is, Microsoft purchasing Activision right now. So basically what he's saying right now is that the final hope for anything to be turned around when it comes to Call of Duty, or even the developers who are working on these titles, is for Activision to get the hell out of here. As long as Activision is in control of Call of Duty, which they're going to be in control for the next 3 or so years until, I think, 2024 or 2025? And then Microsoft can finally go in and change up the whole work environment. Hopefully that's their intentions. But until then, these developers are going to be suffering. It's going through the same exact thing as DICE. The management is the biggest issue here. There are tons of talented developers who are very passionate about their games. Probably half, if not more than half, of the team are very passionate for the game. But it's the management, the people at the very top, who decide when the game comes out, which means people are going to be rushed instead of being able to produce a product that they put a lot of time into. And also management controls all of the game design decisions. So Warzone being the main priority of Call of Duty, we don't know if the developers want to go that direction. We don't know if the developers want to do that, or if they want to do 6v6 or whatever they want to do. At the end of the day, the managers tell the developers, the passionate people of the game, what they need to do, or guess what? More than likely, they're going to get fired. So who knows? Maybe our voices are heard. Maybe the developers hear everything we say. But again, it's the ego of the people at the top who think they know exactly what they're doing for these games, but instead they're pushing their core audience further and further away with each change they make to the franchise. And it shows by people constantly wanting to lead this development team. I truly think our final hope in the Call of Duty community is Microsoft taking over and changing things up. I mean, there were rumors that Activision is considering going off of the, the year-to-year release cycle and switching it to, every 2 or every 3 years to release a Call of Duty game. But we don't know if that's going to become a thing right now. You know, that might just be saved until Microsoft comes into place. Right now, the developers are going through the same exact stress they go to on a day-to-day basis, and it absolutely sucks to see it have to happen this way. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Also, if you want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so. I have Twitter and Discord. Both those links are down in the description. And also, if you want to catch me live streaming some video games I do over on Twitch. Link that's in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.